Hey everyone, it's Matt, aka Tech Ranger, and today we're going to be taking a look at some more graphics mods for Skyrim, things like the VFX from the spells in the game, and making some changes to the longhouses and the holds. But then also we're going to be hopping over to some Greenery mods, which I went on a little bit of a journey with, so I put a lot of that into this video. If you enjoy the video, leave a like down below, comment down below if you have any questions. But with all that, let's take a look at some graphics mods for Skyrim that don't cost a lot of space. One of my favorite things about Skyrim is the variety and the different holds that you go to, but a lot of those longhouses and the Jarls are sitting on the thrones that are kind of the same as another. What if there were unique thrones? And that's where this mod comes in, Thrones Expanded. So this mod is just shy of 6 megabytes, and there's just a few cities that are left out because there are already unique thrones. Those cities are Markarth, Riften, and Windhelm, but everything else has actually been changed out. So you have some unique thrones that the Jarls can sit on now, and I think it's a pretty cool change to make if you're looking for something smaller or don't have a ton of space. And you may have noticed this one in the last video, but the Whiterun throne might be my favorite. Runner-ups are probably Winterhold and then also Solitude, because I like how unique those are and how they fit in the locations that they're in. There's also a 1K version of this if you want some higher res textures. Let me know in the comments what your favorite throne is out of all of these. Skyrim has a lot of really cool spell effects or VFX in the game, but I came across some mods that actually switched that up. So first of which is the healing VFX, as well as the lightning VFX, and then the other cool one I found was the Dragonfire Breath VFX. So the healing VFX edit actually switches up the healing, obviously, and makes it look a little bit more muted, simplistic, but that ball of healing in your hand, the details are pretty cool. And you see a little bit more in terms of particle effects. And this change will also be reflected in the menu as well. Now the other cool one was the lightning VFX edit, and there's some subtle changes here as well. And the sparks, for example, there's a little bit more going on in the actual sparks, and those new effects do transfer to the other lightning spells as well. I did notice with this one in particular that it did lag my game just a little bit when I actually started using it, and it seems that that is also the same with this next one, which is the Dragonfire VFX edit. Now I am playing on a Series X, and I do have another fire mod installed, although it's actually recommended to have one. And as you can see here, the impact of the fire is a little bit more intense. So there's a little bit more haze, a little bit more glow when the dragon actually attacks. I think this one's cool to try out, so if you end up trying it out, let me know in the comments what your experience with it is. So in this section, I was going to look at Skyking's Thickets and Shrubs mod, as well as another one, but as is with the nature of modding, you find some things out along the way, so we're going to look at that. But before we get there, I use Skyrad Skyrim All-in-One Tree Grass Flora. This covers pretty much all of the green things in the game, as well as trees, and I didn't have any performance issues with this one, so that's why I've been rocking it for quite a while. Mods that are bundles that include a lot of different mods in one and that don't cause issues are some of my favorites. As far as coverage in this bundle, I said pretty much everything for a reason. So back to the Skyking mods. The one area that looks out of place with my Skyrad mod is actually the Shrubs and Thickets. They are just kind of janky looking. And as you all probably know from watching the channel, I enjoy Skyking's mods, and of course he has a solution for that. Here's that same scene with Skyking's Thickets and Shrubs installed. A pretty big difference from what I was using before, which is just Skyrad's all-in-one, and then an even bigger difference with the vanilla grass and trees. It kind of looks like a time capsule in comparison. These changes from the Skyking mod really bring out more green in my game, which is what I want to see. Getting rid of a lot of things that don't have any green attached to them and that are just kind of like twigs. They're kind of gone at this point. To continue with that, I also used another Skyking mod, Skyking Mountain Flowers, and while there were already flowers included in the Skyrad all-in-one bundle, this one just kind of changes them up and matches what Skyking has made with the Thickets and Shrubs. There's a few different types of mountain flowers that actually come along with this mod. It's a smaller change for sure, and it might not be your cup of tea depending on what grass mods you're using if they do cover flora and you like those, but I like the way these look, and I think they complements the Thickets and Shrubs mod that I just installed from Skyking also. In gathering footage for this video, that's when I noticed something. The color of this plant is really green compared to the Thickets and Shrubs from Skyking. It's not a massive deal here in Riverwood, for example, because there's just a lot of green, but as I went to other regions in Skyrim, that's when I noticed differences between the other plants in the game. And that's because I was using a mod called Luxuriant, which is a divergence mod that kind of repaints some of the textures in the game, makes it look a little bit more lively. And the mismatch here was probably because there's a second version of Luxuriant, so I tried that out instead. There's a line in the mod description that actually mentions slightly altered colors. And that seemed to do the trick. It brought some of the variety back in some of those plants that were just straight up green or just changed color entirely and looked a little out of place. And to me, I think the result is that the Skyking mods fit a little bit better with the Greenery mods that I have going on. That was just my case, but hopefully this helps you out just going through all of this and showing you, and maybe you found out about a few mods that you didn't know about before. And that is going to do it for this video. Thank you for going on that little journey with me if you watched the Greenery section. And let me know in the comments down below if you like these types of videos, specifically ones that I might get a little nerdy on, because things that I cut, I might just end up leaving in if it helps. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye.